Okay, guys. Well, we're back. We're back for part 3 of the research behind Juice Plus. And many of you love the research behind Juice Plus, and I appreciate you guys coming on to look at it with me. And I get more and more excited as I look at the studies. So you're going to have to excuse me for being like over the top excited when I get to certain things. And if I sound overwhelming, it doesn't mean you have to know all that. It's just I want you to get excited too. All right, so let's see. I didn't start my screen in the right place, I don't think, but here we go. All right, so we are on part 3, and just to reiterate, where do we find information about Juice Plus, the studies, things like that? Well, your own juiceplus.com website is one of the best places. campbellteam.net, put in the password Campbell Team. And you can find some verbal, overviews of the research, some Monday night calls, things like that. On the virtual office under news or under forms, there's the new research outline that you can bring to anybody or send by email. And then also on juiceplus.com, there's the expert reviews. And on YouTube, but also on Mission Driven Model, if you go under the customer section, and then product videos, there's a place for science. And that's where the Manfred Lamprecht videos are. And there's 4 of those. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to dive in. And this is one of the studies that's very popular. Okay, if you look down here on the news section in the virtual office, actually under the connections, wherever that was today, I found this. And it actually had links to a bunch of articles. This study in particular, was picked up by 270 news sources. So that was absolutely amazing that it just kind of blew up. And so this was in the Journal of Pediatrics, which is a top journal from like the 1930s on. And it's looked at by professionals. And this was a study at Nemours Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida, with overweight boys and a 6-month intervention. And all they did was take 1 red and 1 green a day. Who would think that would have such major results? But it did. They found better insulin resistance. They found less adiposity around the waist, more lean body mass, lower cholesterol levels. That was amazing. So this kind of goes back to when I first started with Juice Plus. And people were wondering why they were losing weight on the fruits and the vegetable capsules. That's what the main cassette tape was 18 years ago that I was listening to. And basically, it's you're feeding your cells the right nutrients, and a lot of things happen in the body when you eat well that maybe isn't even studied in this particular study, but it just leads to what we're supposed to have in our body that then makes our body work better. So less fat around the waist, more lean body mass, which we've noticed with Juice Plus, and lower cholesterol levels. So that was really neat. And then I copied and pasted what was at the bottom of the article. This work was supported by Nemours. The placebo and active study capsules were a gift from our company, NSA. It was called NSA, now it's the Juice Plus company. NSA had no role in the design, analysis, or writing of this article. So, and that goes for all of our studies, in case you were wondering. Okay, and so what it showed, and you'll find this on juiceplus.com. This is the summary. A study of overweight boys aged 6 to 10 showed Juice Plus can increase beta carotene levels, which they found that is an indicator that actually helps to decrease those other 2 things, decrease the fat storage and improve the insulin resistance. And then that was also shown with other journals there that you could see. Okay, so then what I wanted to share with you about what do I say when people say, will Juice Plus help with weight loss? And this was before Transform 30 or Complete Transformation and Shred 10 and all that. But basically, if you ate a bag of chips, you'd still be hungry, right? Like even if it was a huge bag of chips. But it's because your cells are longing for something to satisfy them. And it needs the fruits and vegetables and the plant foods or the real food to satisfy them. And so with Juice Plus, you're satisfying that need. And so you're having better cravings also. but you're meeting the need. You're opening your own internal pharmacy of what should be happening with your hormones, your cells. You're detoxifying, like Mitra Ray talks about in the Transform 30 or Shred 10 video. She says that if you're trying to lose weight, but you're doing it kind of in not a great way, not flooding your body with fruits and vegetables at the same time to release those toxins, then you're going to hold on to that fat. It might seem like you've lost weight, but maybe you didn't lose fat. And so it's awesome that with Juice Plus, that you're able to gain that lean muscle mass, but you're also able to feed your cells the proper food. And then that also, with cellular memory, helps you to crave more fruits and vegetables and healthy foods. And I've heard it over and over from people, they'll go out and eat something bad after they've kind of cleaned up their body with Juice Plus, and their body reacts, doesn't really want that food necessarily anymore. So anyway, let's see. The next thing I wanted to mention was the smoothie. Of course, you guys have heard me go on and on probably about the smoothie mix, that it is the best meal in a day. So what do I say about that? I say, go to the bathroom, then go to the blender. You want to jumpstart your metabolism early in the morning, and then eat plants all day as much as you can, and so our smoothie has plants that the healthier countries would be eating. That's what it was kind of mirrored after. And so it has a good glycemic index. It helps your blood sugar stay under control, helps you have satiation. And so it's because you've increased your plants, you've increased your fiber, you've decreased inflammation with plants and toxins, all that good stuff. So I also like to say, what I like to say to people is, if you want results, you get Juice Plus. If you want more results and quicker, you get Juice Plus in the complete. If you want even more results and even quicker, then 2 smoothies every day, in addition to Juice Plus. So that's what I say about weight loss in regard to Juice Plus. Okay, so the next topic is the MD Anderson Cancer Study. And just, it's important to know that many cancers are recurrences. Now, in this study overall, they said that the Juice Plus group had less recurrence against the norm, okay? But they did not measure it against another group of individuals who did not go into the Juice Plus group. But they said that was a trend. They were going to look at it again. They haven't yet. So I don't know what's happening with that, but it was great to hear that. This study looked at a fragile population. I like to point that out when I do a presentation, that if there was anything wrong with Juice Plus, they definitely would not use it on stage 4 ovarian cancer patients, and especially at MD Anderson Cancer Center. But also they wouldn't use it on pregnant women. So I like to say those are fragile populations. You have to jump through a lot of hoops. You got to prove your effectiveness and your safety before they would ever use it on those populations. So those are just some of the things I say when I'm talking or presenting or throwing things into conversations. So they looked at a comparison of the shake and capsules. And I think that was just the Orchard and Garden blend back then. It was a long time ago. Compared to the shake, the capsules, and 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, compared to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables. Now, for cancer patients, they don't necessarily want to eat 10 fruits and vegetables, but they agreed to be in this study. So they looked at the 10 servings versus Juice Plus, shake capsules, and 5 servings. So what they found with Juice Plus was they had better quality of life, they had better protein status, the complete shake was deemed safe, and those were major findings. And it just helps that a prestigious place like MD Anderson, deemed everything safe, and also that they had better quality of life and protein status. I like to mention that, especially with the complete, that's the one study, if I'm not forgetting anything, where they use the complete. And the funding was also in the article by NSA, National Cancer Institute, and MD Anderson Cancer Support Grant. So it says that at the very bottom of the study. And so, some of our studies are funded by outside agencies that are federally funded. And that's really neat. The National Cancer Institute. I think we have one more like that at Wake Forest. Okay, so moving on to dental. All right, so this there's a I think there's two studies now for the dental. All right, and you guys might be familiar with the first parts that I wrote out. Oops, that's a question mark there, because I like to say that tighter and higher attachment to the teeth, but I wasn't sure about that, and I was supposed to go back and look at that. But less bleeding gums, less pocket depth, less plaque buildup, better recovery after surgery in regard to pain and days missed and ability to open their mouth. That was all my wording, okay? Then you look at the actual summary from our research summary. It says Juice Plus has been shown to improve post-operative quality of life and reduced post-surgical morbidity and post-operative complications from lower third molar surgery. So that was the post-op study. And you know, if you've had your wisdom teeth pulled, you feel miserable. So any improvement in that is a good thing for quality of life. So they healed faster. They could open their mouth better. They missed less days of work, stuff like that. And then the other one that I mentioned up at the top is this reference. Adults with a history of long-term gum health challenges saw improvement in gum bleeding, plaque buildup, and pocket depth when they combined Juice Plus with standard periodontal care. So those are the studies. There's an ongoing study also that we'll see eventually. Okay, so this skin study, moving on to the skin, and what I like to say when I'm presenting, because I'll actually show that to you in a little while, is people spend a lot of money on their skin. I mean, probably a lot of money on their gums too, but they're really into the skin. You know, they don't mind paying a lot of money for their skin. But beauty comes from the inside. And, you know, if you're eating healthier, you're going to have healthier skin. And Juice Plus has been shown to do that. So this was an objective study. It wasn't like a bunch of people were just looking at people's skin. This was at the experimental dermatology. It's called experimental dermatology in Germany. And they found better microcirculation, 39% increase in that. And that just helps your nutrients and everything get to the right places and get rid of toxins, all that stuff. Better skin hydration and better skin density and thickness. And as you get older, I don't know if you've seen with older people, they have like paper thin skin where they just bump into something, they start bleeding. So it's important as they get older to have better skin. And what they found, which I think I was going to show you, I'm going to click on this. Oh, of course. Okay, I think I have to copy it. Oh, what did I just do? Hold on. I think I have to escape a little bit. Wanted to show you what it said. Some of these I just want to show you. Dun, 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 dun. All right, this one. There we go. So that you guys can get good at looking at it too. It's hard when there's like all these squares everywhere. Okay, I'm getting there. Okay, hopefully you guys can see the internet. Janie, thumbs up if you can see the internet. Okay, it's coming. All right, so here's the abstract. I enjoyed reading it today. I enjoyed reading a lot of these today. Okay, let's see how big I can make it. This could really mess things up. Okay. An encapsulated fruit and vegetable juice concentrate increased skin microcirculation in healthy women. So we'll go straight to the results. By 12 weeks, microcirculation of the superficial plexus increased by 39%. Furthermore, skin hydration increased by 9%, while skin thickness increased by 6%, skin density by 16% in the active group. And then it said in the placebo group, this is the important part, microcirculation decreased. So just in that 12 weeks, their microcirculation decreased, and they had a slight increase in skin density, but that was it. So let's see. So then they just summarized it that it helped. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to show you guys. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. And then, I wanted to show you where you would find the video, which is really good. And Arlene is having Love Your Skin, Natural Girls Night kind of thing next next Friday night. And I sent her this video and she loved it. And so we're going to use it for that. So under building your customer base, you go under product videos and you go under research to find these research videos by Manfred Lamprecht. Try to say that 3 times. Okay, here we go. Juice Plus research. And so, you know, Mitra Ray has always had all the skin videos, but his is very good. And it's right here. And I think it's short. It's like 2 minutes. So anyway, that's where you can find that. Okay, I'm not going to show it to you, but all the Manfred Lamprecht videos are here. Under Mission Driven Model, you go to Customers, and then you go to Product Video, and Juice Plus Research. So building your customer base. All right. Hopefully you guys caught all that. So moving on to lung health. Okay. So what did they find with Juice Plus and lung health? Overall, better pulmonary function. So that's what I say. You know, I know that people with asthma, people with COPD, all these different things, they're going to be better helped, you know, because we have a study on smokers showing that they had better pulmonary function. So if you read the summary up here that was on juiceplus.com, it says Juice Plus helps improve pulmonary functions such as forced expiratory flow, which I don't know what that is, and diffusion capacity among smokers. So I just say better pulmonary function. Okay, that's what I say. And hopefully that helps you guys. But also remember for smokers, like smokers, I just want to say you can be helped. You know, you can keep smoking for now, but please take Juice Plus. They would have less oxidative stress, less damage to their DNA, better homocysteine levels. And so I was reading about the homocysteine levels. I was in another article, and I'll probably show you that one in a second, but it says after 3 months supplementation, only fruit and vegetable berry groups total homocysteine levels decreased significantly against placebo. And if you guys know p-values, and I tried to teach you guys this last time or two, when it goes 0.05 right here, that's significant. So if you look at how many numbers there are beyond 0.05 to the right, that's amazing, 0.0001. And so that p-value is amazing. I'm going to click on this and hope for the best. I don't know that it'll go. Oh, it is going. Okay, so we're going to read this one. This is better pulmonary function. Here we go. Okay, whoops. Oh, okay, Janie, can you see it? Okay. An encapsulated juice powder concentrate improves markers of pulmonary function and cardiovascular risk factors in heavy smokers. So I forget which part I wanted to show you, but I think it's right here, the results. So when you go up to methods, baseline is T with a 0, and after 3 months, it's T with a 1. Okay, and then P is like placebo. I think this is the study like that. So it says T0, which is baseline. Most smokers showed abnormality in, I think that was homocysteine concentrations. Then by T1, 3 months later, respiratory function was unchanged, and P, that's the placebo group, and slightly but not significantly improved in fruit and vegetable. This is why I wanted to point this out to you. So, okay, it wasn't improved that much with just fruit and vegetable. This is another study where you see a significant result with fruit, vegetable, berry. Okay, so it says it wasn't improved that much on this study with fruits and vegetables, whereas fruits, vegetable, berry showed a significant improvement in forced expiratory flow. And then it shows the p-value. It shows p less than 0.0001, which I told you was amazing, versus placebo and fruit and vegetable, and a significant improvement in CO, diffusion, lung, whatever, volume. I'm sure that was good. Fruit, vegetable, berry, 50% showed significant reduction in, that was homocysteine levels compared to the first day, which is the one I think I showed you on the PowerPoint. And that was p-value 0.0001. So very amazing p-values, but also amazing that the fruit, vegetable, berry group is the one that really had its moment in this study, okay? So it says at T1, both supplemented groups, but to a greater extent, the fruit vegetable berry group showed improvements in some pulmonary parameters, cardio risk factors, and folate status. The cardio risk factors are the homocysteine and the other cysteine that they were looking at. Those are amino acids that are biomarkers of disease, and folate status. So anyway, then they kind of put a disclosure type of, they always do on the end. If you read the studies, they'll always say more research should be, because they want you to say that. More research should be shown with this, and they're very careful to make statements. But anyway, but in the title, it says it improves markers of pulmonary function, cardio and cardiovascular risk factors in heavy smokers. I think it was like 20 cigarettes a day. Let's see, 20 cigarettes a day and greater than 10 years. So that's also quality of life. You know, if you can breathe better, right? You guys getting excited? I hope so. Okay, I should be more excited, shouldn't I? Then maybe you'll get excited. All right, so the gene study. Basically, I just kind of wrote down everything Manfred Lamprecht said about the gene study, because that was a new one for me that I didn't really know too much about, and it's pretty amazing. So this study was done at University of Newcastle in Australia, and he pretty much says we are not victims of our genes, which is our health talk, you know, that we are not victims, we can take control of our health. And he said, you know, lifestyle impacts more than 50% of our health. In our wellness presentations, we say 70 to 75%. And that diet plays a major role, and that our genes can be turned up or down. And that's the study of nutrigenomics, okay? How the genes react to your lifestyle choices. And so this was an 8-week study, and they looked at placebo versus fruit vegetable berry. Wait, yeah, I might have written that wrong. And it was a 3.5% cholesterol reduction. So what they did in that study and in his video is that is equivalent to 9 pounds of weight loss, that your cholesterol would go down by that much. And then that there was a 9% reduction in cardiovascular risk with that reduction in cholesterol. And then they looked at the inflammation. Now this is, let's see, this is not about the genes yet. This is actually about cholesterol. So they found cholesterol reduction, and they equated that to the pounds lost and also the cardiovascular risk reduction. Then they said if they had inflammation, it was an even more significant change. So then they had a 7% reduction in their cholesterol, and that was equivalent to losing 20 pounds of weight, which is huge. And that gave them a 19% reduction in cardiovascular risk. So that was amazing. Reduction in bad cholesterol, increase of, they found again an increase in lean body mass. They're not drinking the shake. They're taking fruits, vegetables, berries. So we can have better body mass with fruits, vegetables, berries. The heart risk indicators are just so many throughout all these studies, showing just better indicators for less heart risk, which is good. Okay, so then supplementation with Juice Plus, they looked at inflammation and DNA repair genes. There's genes that are actually identified as those things. And they found that 1,600 genes were changed. I mean, that's like amazing. How many are there? I have no idea. But 1,600 were changed after 8 weeks of Juice Plus. That's just 2 months. 2 months of Juice Plus, and you can turn your genes off and on. And if you're eating the right things, you're going to turn them in the right way. So that's awesome. Good nutrition from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables is important, and a good component of health. I did post that video on my wall. Hardly anybody responded to it. Maybe you guys could, because it's an amazing video. I posted it right after I read all that. Okay, so one of our studies that's different than all the others is the Children's Health Study. That's a population study. That is not a clinical study where there's like double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover studies. This is just subjective, and they collect information. So it's a population study, and we have over 1 million families on Juice Plus for free. It's a study in over 20 countries. And of course, you guys know the trends and the results, you know, that they're all good. Less over-the-counter medications, less doctor visits, eating more fruits and vegetables, less fast foods, all that good stuff. All right. So when I do a wellness presentation, I just want to talk to you about what I point out. When I'm on this slide, I just pick out some of my favorite places to pick out. And then I make that comment about MD Anderson and also University of Mississippi. And you could even throw in Nemours, because that was on children, taking blood from children, and that, you know, Juice Plus was deemed safe and also effective before they would ever let, you know, Juice Plus be used on those fragile populations. And then when I get to this slide, I go over these things. I usually start out with oxidative stress. I start out in the order I want to. And so I'm not going to go over this right now, because you guys have probably heard me say it a million times, how I go over this. But hopefully a lot of this makes more sense to you. And I'm going to just go over, I believe, the research summary instead. Because, oops, hold on. Let me stop sharing for a second. Oh, I didn't mean to really do that. Let's see. Okay. Just want to pull up that internet site. Sorry, guys. Here it comes. Share screen. It's a mess. Okay. So if you were going over this research summary, hopefully you would know what it all means, right? So first of all, it's important that Juice Plus gets into the body, right? And as Wendy Campbell says, we don't want it to just get in the body and ramp up the antioxidants. We want to know that it's actually doing something good in the body. That something good is that oxidative stress. So the antioxidants went up within like 7 days, major antioxidants, and then the oxidative stress went down within 28 days. And that was measured by lipid peroxides. And then they did it over and over and over again. Look at how many studies show that Juice Plus gets absorbed, and then Juice Plus reduces oxidative stress, which leads to aging and disease and mutation of cells. So, and it's like the biomarker or the underlying process of disease. And they, you know, if you look at the types of people, the populations, it's like all different types of people and populations. It's been shown over and over. So when we look at the research, we just, you know, you can basically say it works. Trust me, this is going to help your body in some way. Good nutrition is good for everyone. I like to say it's concentrated nutrition. There's no way that as a habit, every single day, we're going to get that many fruits and vegetables in concentrated form, raw, vine ripened, all the colors, variety, the rainbow, all that. So, you know, basically oxidative stress is huge. Systemic inflammation goes right along with oxidative stress. And so that has been a culprit in a lot of different diseases and disorders. And so you want to reduce that inflammation in the body that's chronic and continuous, and a culprit that's, you know, continuing to increase with all of our different things that are happening. The immune system within 80 days is better. That's what I like to say. Your T cells are up, your natural killer cells are up, and the proteins that help build those are up. So all those different things, and that's important. Now, with somebody who has an autoimmune disorder, their B cells are running rampant, their T cells are on a coffee break, sort of. But after Juice Plus, they come back, the T cells increase, and they are now directing the B cells. So that's why you'll see a lot of autoimmune disorders get better. The DNA research shows less strand breakage. And so every time your cells are replicating, we are making copies of copies of copies. And over time, we have damage. And this decreases that damage. And depending on the population, it was between 20% decrease in strand breakage to 66% decrease in strand breakage. And then heart health, so many studies. So I'll just read this. Combined results show that Juice Plus produces positive effects on several measures of cardiovascular health, helps you maintain normal homocysteine levels with elevated levels, which elevated levels are related to heart attack and stroke. They made an error there. We're probably the only ones that have seen that. Okay, so Juice Plus also helps maintain normal elasticity of the arteries. So if you're trying to explain the JACC study, basically, you know, we could say after we explain the Journal of the American College of Cardiology study, more does matter. The rest of the rainbow matters, you know, the berries, all that, and it helps with elasticity. You know, it's not that we want people to go eat McDonald's and pop some Juice Plus, but if they do, at least we're fueling the internal pharmacy that helps the elasticity move, you know, the blood vessels and all that good stuff. And it's really the endothelial lining that we're helping to give the right nutrients to. And then healthy LDL cholesterol levels protects lipids from oxidative damage. So those are all the heart studies. There's a bunch of them. Then healthy skin, we went over tonight. Proper circulation is important for healthy skin. It ensures nutrients and oxygen get to the skin tissue, giving it a healthy glow, which people do notice right away. Juice Plus increases skin microcirculation by 39%, along with boosting skin hydration, thickness, and density. So that was good. Dental health, Juice Plus has been shown to improve postoperative quality of life, reduce post-surgical morbidity, post-operative complications from lower third molar surgery, and adults with history of long-term gum health challenges saw improvement in gum bleeding, plaque buildup, and pocket depth when combined with Juice Plus with standard periodontal care. So sometimes people will say, you know, well, I don't know about my child having the chewables, right? Well, you can also let them know that overall the gum health is better with Juice Plus, but they might want to, you know, do whatever they need to do to get the chewables off the teeth. Sometimes just eating along with the chewables would do that. Quality of life, that was the MD Anderson cancer study. So how they worded it, a study conducted on ovarian cancer survivors compared subjects consuming 10 servings of fruits and vegetables a day to subjects consuming 5 servings of produce, Juice Plus, and the complete by Juice Plus shake mix. It found that when paired with a low-fat, high-fiber diet, Juice Plus improved quality of life, phytonutrient markers, and cell health. Who doesn't want better cell health? The soy incomplete by Juice Plus also contributed to better protein levels. Okay, isn't that cool? I'm a vegetarian, got my blood work, my protein levels are very good. I mostly use the complete for my protein. Obesity. In one study conducted at Nemours Children's Hospital, groups of boys ages 6 to 10 were either given diet instruction alone or diet instruction in Juice Plus. Overweight boys in the Juice Plus group saw increased beta-carotene levels, improved insulin resistance, and reduced abdominal fat. Consuming Juice Plus also revealed cholesterol and LDL reductions. I mean, who doesn't want that? Reducing cholesterol and LDL reductions. Remember, that was a pretty short study. And increase in lean body mass. Who doesn't want that? So there's so many things. Okay, lung health. Juice Plus helps improve pulmonary functions such as forced expiratory flow, diffusion capacity among smokers. So then it has the research affiliations, very concerned, not concerned, excited about the microbiome especially. So what makes Juice Plus different from everything else out there? The research. You know, they've had 25 years of research that has been conducted on Juice Plus, product-specific research. So very exciting stuff for you guys to share with other people. I hope that helped you to understand more. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording. Let's see.